So it's day 54 of quitting my 9 to 5 job to go all in on YouTube. So YouTube full time. Although mainly it's more like a digital creator generally. So we'll cover the numbers as to where we are right now, how things are going, and the main talking point for today really is that we've got our first Skool customer. Yay. To be fair, these videos I make them more as a way to think and talk through what I'm thinking at the time. To move this camera around a little. There we go. Mainly to talk about how things are going and what I'm thinking about right now for us to get to our ultimate goal, I suppose. What's our goal? 10k a month or something? I don't know. We just want to grow these really. So we have our YouTube, which has currently 44.7k. We have our Skool, which we've just made. We've unarchived our old one. I'll talk more about that soon, but we now have 8 members. And then we have our SaaS. We have had, since we last spoke, 1 more sign up, but no more paying customers. So we just say 1 paying customer. So numbers wise, currently, let me get up on the other screen. Let me do some maths. So our main source of revenue is sponsors, video sponsors, but we also have affiliates. So let me draw. We have sponsored videos. We have affiliate marketing, we have AdSense, of course, and then some other kind of bits and bobs, Skool affiliates, the SaaS. But anyway, in total, we have 3.3k in sales this month, which is not much at all. As I said in the last video, the main focus of this month has been YouTube systems. So you may have noticed on YouTube, we have done far fewer sponsored videos and realigned. And then, because I think this is going to be like a slump month or two, to then boom, get back into it. And then we've got about 3.7k in actual cash, which is good. So we might need to do some cold emailing, I think, to get out of this. Although right now in my inbox, I probably have about 2k in deals that are kind of in discussions. Maybe a little bit less, maybe 1.5. But anyway, so that's YouTube, how that's going. We've got our finger kind of back on the pulse, which is good, of which videos to make. So we have now Skool and SaaS. Our SaaS is YouTube systems. We only have 1 person. This 1 person came from a YouTube comment, so not even anything else, which puts us in a weird position of like, how do you scale this? Spam comments? I don't know. So we need to think of really how we're going to market this properly. I had video ideas for the channel, and also, by the way, I'm ill and my brain's slow motion. I don't know how we're going to market it. Probably make videos about it or something. I was thinking of Instagram ads, but we'll see. Then Skool, this guy here actually came from my newsletter. So funnily enough, there is 7 already in there, like kind of archived, and then 1 new one today, which is cool, at 19 a month, which is nice. 19 a month, this one's 9 a month, so $28 a month, boom, nice one. But basically this guy joined the AI to app, he sent me a message to join this. And then I said, oh, by the way, this is now inside of what we're calling Build Look, which is the full community. So basically think about it like AI to app plus a lot more courses. So more stuff for the same price point, which is true. Boom. This is what he's joined. So let me go and show you what we're currently working with. If we go to skool.com, we snagged the /look URL, which is pretty cool. Skool.com/look. And this is here inside. We shut it down in September last year. We peaked at kind of June and we began in March. We've got the classrooms, so we've got a bunch more new courses. So originally we had the basics, tech, NA10, every automation. And then I added in this Claude Code one just before I went and done the AI to app stuff. But we've now redone it. So we have Claude Code here, we have Claude Skills, OpenClaw coming soon, because I still can't set it up. It's a bit of a nightmare. So I'm imagining other people will have the same problem, so I'll teach them how to do that. Prompts, because honestly, just getting a nice looking UI is all prompt. And if you know the secret sauce to getting the prompts that you want, to get the animations or whatever it is, then, you know, you're a winner. Let's use this one too. But anyway, so, and I'm going to add to these just as I learn. We then have AI to app in here, so the entire 2.5 hour course is all just now inside of here, which is cool. And then YouTube Systems, where we're going to show you how to use YouTube Systems site. Then top SaaS lessons, so like from these videos, my top lessons, kind of succinctly written, so you can come and follow along. Then we have our AI Basics Tech, NA10 and every automation. So loads of stuff here. And the skills have like all of my skills that I actually use, as well as like other examples that I've created from using Claude, because I use it all day, every day. I have it running right now. But yeah, so this is the Skool community. If we go to the About page, you can see that this is what we're working with here, which is basically you're going to get all the tools and stuff that I actually use. Now that I read this, the copy's pretty rubbish. Maybe I need to redo that, but we'll see. Basically, the idea is just I'm going to teach you stuff. I don't know, my brain's not working right now for this copy stuff. But anyway, so we have a new person joined here, which is brilliant. In YouTube Systems, we haven't made any major changes since we last spoke. Still looks pretty much exactly the same. We have things that we're going to add in though, like a wizard. So when you first log in for the first time, it will walk you through what to do. And then also, I have a new possible UI. Where is it? If I get rid of it, maybe. Well, anyway, I have a new UI that I've been playing around with. Let me see if we can get it. Yeah, there we go. So this is it here, which I do think looks substantially better. I feel like it makes more sense in what it talks about. And especially like having this kind of stuff, like the reason it doesn't sound like AI, how fast it is to get up and running and what to do, built by me, who uses it, all this kind of stuff, I think makes this one a lot better than the YouTube systems that we normally use. So this one here. Let me know in the comments what you think. But anyway, so that's our YouTube systems stuff. Every day we're basically going and watching, like our morning routine now is to go and watch all of the post-hog videos, which is people using your site. So we're going to go watch those, or we do, and then I take notes as to what's gone wrong or what I think could be improved. So I'll see people, for example, do something and I'll think, that takes too long. Then I'll see them do something else and I'm like, they're waiting for something to happen, or they wanted to move here, or whatever it is. There's always something, or why have they left? So like there's a trend where people were going to the demo video and then leaving. So maybe it's because the demo video is like 6 minutes long, so they're thinking that's going to take ages. So I've removed that and turned that into just a button to see how that will work for people. But basically, post-hog is all about just watching what people do and then trying to modify it from there. So we have that. We do need to reach out to the first user. We need to reach out to him and ask how he's getting on with it. And then I do need to reach out to the people who have clicked the link /signed up, clicked and sign-ups. We do need to reach out to those personally, but I've just been super busy and super ill feeling. Yeah, prioritising other stuff, to be fair. And then the other thing is obviously Skool. So I was prioritising getting Skool up and running because I thought this would be something that kind of runs in the background. It works well with the content that we make on YouTube. So I wanted to get that up and running. And it was loads of work, man. See, to move stuff over. Because AI can do a bunch of stuff. But see, like this AI here, Claude on your browser. This takes ages. And it always messes stuff up. So it always gets it wrong. And it uses loads of tokens. So see, like little simple things that you can do, it uses all those tokens. Loads of tokens just to do it. So like a good example of the type of idea is that if you were to just copy and paste a table out of a picture or something, then give it, all it sees is the words. Whereas if you were to paste in a picture of it, it has to first get the picture, try and find the words and stuff on the picture, extract them, recognise it's a table, put it in a table format, and then go from there. So sometimes you're as well doing something first. But anyway, so yeah, Skool, we had to build that out because we think this could be a solid recurring revenue model. So build that out. But again, the problem here, right, so this is the kind of position that we're at, the thing that I wanted to talk about 10 minutes ago, is we have Skool and then we have our YouTube systems. This guy, one sale we've got came from comments. We need to turn on retargeting for that. Skool, newsletter. So really what I'm thinking here is, right, we need to double down on the newsletter. I done a real newsletter last time, like no AI, just actually me writing it. I think I got the most unsubscribes that I've ever had, which is mental. The comments one is I think we do have to maybe do more of that, but we need to find a more sustainable means to do this. Because I think essentially Skool's newsletter, how do people get to the newsletter? From YouTube. So more YouTube videos, more newsletter subscribers, more Skool subscribers, right? This is kind of the idea. Commenters here is kind of YouTube, but it's like YouTube adjacent as opposed to like actually about content, YouTube-ish. So we need to think of a better funnel for this kind of stuff. So we need to also track our main things really. We need to track links, so we need to add link tracking. We need to do retargeting, so retarget. We need to keep pushing our personal brands, because as I think of how this is going to actually scale, the more that personal brand becomes a thing. Because essentially, if we do paid ads, you can find creatives that work, max them out, and then you need to go and find the next one and the next one, right? So you need to just keep trying to find what's going to work. That's paid ads. If you're not doing paid, so this is like organic social, if you're not building a personal brand, again, it's kind of a similar-ish thing, but just that you can't control how many people see it. So then it becomes not as ideal. It's like a lot more like putting your rod in, this one. Whereas this one's like putting a bunch of rods in, maybe is a better way to think about it. But personal brand, the thing with personal brand is that it's the only thing in which marketing is sustained without like this consistent push. How do I phrase it? Like if you think about it like Nike, right? Nike shoes. So Nike is a solid brand. So when you think of Nike, they're a solid brand, right? And they affiliate themselves with like top athletes or whatever. So they don't really need to do ads. They don't really need to do organic. They essentially have a brand, right? It's just not personal, but they essentially have a brand. And they tie this brand to real people, right? And I suppose that is an ad in a sense, but just for this thought experiment, ties to real people. So for me, if I'm trying to sell a product, so like YouTube or systems, you have a few different ways you can do it. You can either do ads, so like check out my YouTube system and run it as a meta ad, Facebook ad, something, right? Or you can do organic, where you're trying to make videos on how it works on YouTube or something without promoting it. I suppose the organic version of that for Nike would be you just wear your shoe. I don't know. Or personal brand / actual branding. So this is here where basically you need to use influencers to reinforce the brand, or yourself, and you are an influencer. I am an influencer. So because the problem, obviously, the end game is with ads, you find an ad that works, then it will stop working, and you're on to the next one. And you need to hope that your brand has established itself enough to exist in some real way in the world. Organic, same thing, but organic really is just another way of trying to say branding, personal branding. So ads you can do with no branding at all. Organic, you're trying to essentially build a brand, really. And personal branding is where you attach that brand to some sort of person. And so I have a personal brand online, and my personal brand, it just generally goes up over time, as it does, in some way like this or whatever, right? So really I need to just keep building that personal brand and associate these with me. It's basically the thing. So really I just need to tie all of this into my personal brand, which I think makes sense because I am a YouTuber. So by proxy, that works. This Skool comes essentially from YouTube, so it comes from these videos, so that all works out. So, in essence, next steps, I'm starting to sweat. Next steps really are, I want to focus on how many newsletters is realistic. Because also the one that converted was a AI assisted generated one versus a real one. The real one obviously flopped. So that's newsletters. I need to focus on that. YouTube videos, I need to just keep doubling down on those. But then also need to figure out some way to get lead magnets here. Maybe Claude skills or something more traditional lead magnets, because lead magnets are what take you from people from YouTube videos to newsletters, really. That's what's happened for me. That's what's grown my entire one. So I need to do that here. But then on the YouTube system side of things, I do want to find something like real ads to maybe run, or some kind of influencer marketing. Just some real marketing to get going. But anyway, I'm going to go because I'm dying. See you later.